Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Wednesday, January 27, 2016, around 6:37 in the morning, Berwick, Massachusetts. The sun's going to be up today, going to be in the mid-40s today, going to be above average week for temperature-wise. Maybe some rain and snow showers on Friday. No accumulation. We're missing out another big storm out to sea. And for the next week or so, above average temperatures. They're saying next Monday through Wednesday could be in the 50s. This is good news. So I don't think we're going to have a brutal winter, but you never know what the groundhog show. We could be blasted with snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm in mid-February. Keep that in mind. Some news to report. The Anaheim Ducks beat the Boston Bruins by the score of 6-2. This is the Bruins' last game into the All-Star break. They're playing Sunday in Nashville. That game's on NBCSN. The Philadelphia 76ers won another game, so they're now 7-39, but this team's probably going to be lucky to win 15 to 20 games this year. And the Florida State Seminoles men's basketball team beat BC men's basketball team at the Heights by the score of 72-62. BC has not won an ACC conference game yet this year and is projected maybe to win 0. And the Meadow Glen Mall in Medford, Massachusetts is closing down after 37 years in business. February 1st. All the stores that are not anchored is for like Marshalls and Kohl's will still be open, and replacing the Meadow Glen Mall will be a Wegmans. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about the top 10 greatest movie franchises of all time. These movie franchises have been probably delivered some of the best movies of all time. For my criteria in this, all the movies that I have on the top 10 list have been at least 3 of them, like a trilogy. Some of them have at least three more. Some of them have more, and here they are. Number 10 on this list is the greatest movie series franchise of all time, James Bond. James Bond has been in movies since 1962. Several actors have played 007, including Sean Connery and Roger Moore and Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. It's one of the best spy movies of all time, 007. It still has appeal 54 years since its first movie back in 1962. Number 9 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time. The Naked Gun movies, Naked Gun 1, 2, and 3, a spoof of police movies and TV shows. Leslie Nielsen starred as Frank Drebin, head of Police Squad. It's so funny. All of his movies are so funny between 1988 and 94. Great movie series. Number 8 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time, Star Trek. Star Trek was a science fiction show in the 1960s with Starship Enterprise for 3 years on NBC, but it didn't get the ratings. But when it became a movie franchise in 1979, it broke box off. It was a box office hit, and several more Star Trek movies came out. The original crew, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, James Duvin, Nichelle Nichols, and the others were in like the first 6 Star Trek movies. Then it went to the Next Generation with Patrick Stewart, but those movies kind of flopped. But when they rebooted the series in 2009, it became a hit again, and there'll be more Star Trek movies in the future. Number 7 on this list of the greatest movie series of all time, movie franchises, Indiana Jones. There's been about 4 Indiana Jones movies starring Harrison Ford. They've been all great. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and the one in 2008. There's supposed to be another Indiana Jones movie, like rebooted with a younger Indiana Jones, but I don't know if anybody could replace Harrison Ford. Number 6 on this list of greatest movie franchises of all time, Twilight. Twilight's been a movie franchise in the 2000s. It's a supernatural. This movie franchise made Kristen Stewart a star, in my humble opinion, and it's more and more for Twilight movies coming in the near future. Number 5 on this list of the greatest movie series / franchise of all time, Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly and Christopher Lloyd as Dr. Emmett Brown, and they go through time to rewrite history and to repair history. Love Biff Tannen a lot. Hello, McFly. Anybody home? Think, McFly. Think. One of the greatest bullies of movies of all time. Number 4 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time, Die Hard. Lots of Die Hard movies. Bruce Willis is awesome in all of these movies, and it's going to continue on, and it's awesome. Number 3 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time is Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a children's book written by J.K. Rowling, and it turned into a successful movie franchise starring Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. And there's been several Harry Potter movies, but there's not going to be any more because he's now an adult, Daniel Radcliffe, and he doesn't want to do any more Harry Potter movies because he's afraid he could be typecast as him. Number 2 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time, Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone. There's been 7 Rocky movies, and it's about a fighter from Philadelphia who's an underdog who became world champion in boxing, and he was a 2-time champion, and he fell on hard times. In the 5th movie, and also Rocky 6, he came back out of retirement, was Rocky Balboa, and Rocky 7's actually Apollo, which is a great movie, and Rocky might be in another Apollo movie, which was good. And number 1 on this list of the greatest movie franchises of all time, Star Wars, greatest science fiction movies of all time. Star Wars started back in 1977. It brought the science fiction genre to the movies. There's been 7 Star Wars movies out so far, and 2 more on the way, created by George Lucas. And that's about it on that. Be back later, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. 2 more video blogs coming your way. First video blog will be about New England Sports Tonight on Comcast Sportsnet, and the third and final video blog of the night about the demise of the complete games by pitchers in Major League Baseball. Like I always say, keep calm. I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCC All Rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She rocks. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet Southern accent. And Amy Swansea is awesome. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, shout-outs, and plugs. Private message me. Bye. See you later.